All right, I think we're set now. Sorry about that. Yeah, just trying to get things wrapped up. The game updated this morning, and apparently it changed the way that it gets captured. And so I had to reconfigure a couple of things, doing differently than I do. Doing fine, just finished laundry, been chilling, watching a bunch of streams. Well, it's always fun to kind of hop around. I got off work, had dinner, watched a couple of streams while I was having dinner, and got ready to jump on myself. I don't think I've ever seen Star Trek action. This game in particular? Oh, any Star Trek ever. It's this one's kind of a fairly unique um it's got it started off as a mobile game, and they've kind of graduated it onto PC. So it's kind of like a top-down view, takes place in the Star Trek universe with their own kind of unique twists on it. They have a um pretty good relationship with the film studios, so like a lot of the stuff keeps fairly tight to what is actually being shown on Paramount Plus. And some of the older IPs and stuff they've kind of been tattling around with, and take an opportunity to touch into the new content. And yeah, this is actually just one star system inside of the universe here, and this is made up of hundreds if not thousands across the galaxy. This game's been around for almost 7 years now, so it's gotten quite large. When I jump out to this galaxy view here, like this is the star system that we were just in, and then it's adjoining a bunch of others. Every one of these has its own unique set of planets and stuff. So like these are like actual planets and moons and stuff that the ones that have these weird symbols are ones that you can put your star base on. Ones like this are, I guess you could almost consider them like I wouldn't call them non-habitable, but or uninhabitable. But they're just ones that aren't designated to have a station around, and there are plenty of systems that have places like that where there's not actually any places to stick your ship. So like this one, these blue icons are other fleet commanders, as we're called, and they are probably running a mission. They've got their own unique spaceships. That's another thing that's evolved a lot in this game. Yeah, technically these ones, this is open to PvP, so these ones can be attacked and stuff depending on levels comparisons. I'm a level 67 in this game. I don't think I can go down to 42. So we can't have battle direct here unless there's some specific systems that have some PvP capabilities in them. So like territories, alliances that we're in, they can own these territories, and anything in these territories is free game. There's no limits on what levels of players that you can attack in them. Kind of designed to be like almost like a capture the flag mechanic that runs once a week. Yeah, it's kind of all based on like major factions. So like each one of these systems here kind of coordinates to a faction. So you can align with certain factions and get different buffs, and some of these are just hostile factions. There's other areas all over the place. More hostiles. And then there's unique systems for carrying out day-to-day activities. It's a very large universe. When I first started in this game, everything kind of stopped here. No, here. So all these extra fingers are pretty much new. I shouldn't say new. They're newer. That they're past what the universe started at. It's been an interesting run. Do you stream? Yeah. I was gonna see the I was guessing you're probably popping around to see about maybe doing one of the Stream Element sponsorships. That's kind of what I expect when there's some people that are kind of random in the games. So right now, this game just launched a new arc, a new objective. So we are being introduced towards these aggregation enemies. This starts at Ops 45, and Ops 45 and above is what the target is on this. And so right now our goal is to perform these aggregation assaults against these new enemies that just came in. A lot of these are for like the entire month. Yeah, this is kind of like a month-long arc, a month-long battle pass that runs. And so like some of these events are 24-hour events. Like this one was basically go out and kill 20 ships. So it didn't take very long to do. These new enemies have a really unique ability where they deal damage directly to your ship before combat starts. They kind of hit you with a they call it a hyperthermic pulse. So it's kind of like a blast of heat that melts part of your hull before you even get a chance to attack them. And one of the new things is a building that adds in some ability to mitigate some of that damage so that you can attack a few more hostiles. But when it comes into the early game stuff, there's a lot of, missions in this area here. This is kind of like background type of things and kind of guides your progression through the game. And so these ones you kind of do at your own pace. There's no set time to when these have to be done or anything like that. The ones that happen in the events just have limitations on time. You have a strong big ship and crew. Depends on what you're gauging it against. If I'm doing like PvP and combat against other players, not really. I don't have a very big ship, and I don't have really strong crews. If I'm just attacking the NPCs, yeah, I'm quite capable, except for like in these new ones, they have limits placed on them that you kind of grow into. So, like, ideally, I'm at level 67, so I would be hitting hostels in like the 66 to 67 range. You know, kind of match things up. But the way this is set up, I can't hit anything past 59 until I get my mitigation increased enough to be able to defeat their hyperthermic decay. So like right now I have a hyperthermic stabilizer that takes away 10% of that. And then if I go up to the next level, they jump from 50% to 150%. And so that will take 150% of my hull before combat begins, so my ship instantly dies. So like this combat here was, you know, 40% of this damage was done by that decay. Because when it came to like actual damage, they hit me once and I hit them twice. And that was like the actual combat that occurred. But most of it came here before combat even started. It's a really interesting mechanic. They don't really have one much like it in the game so far. It's kind of the first time. But yeah, as I'm getting loaded in, I'm actually just kind of getting ready to roll through the events here and see what events that I have to complete yet. I've done just the basic one to get the new building started. This building here, this is the one that provides the mitigation to the hyperthermic decay. And it evolves pretty fast. I mean, we were able to get to level 23 or 24 today. And like with that, we're at 10% damage mitigation. And at 26 is the next time that it jumps up to 15%. So basically once I get this up to 26, I can kind of look at increasing or moving up a little bit in the hostels that I'm hitting. It could be a long night. There's a like a heavy grinding aspect to this. They have these heroic. They have a regular mission chain or regular event chain, and then they have a heroic one. The heroic one consists of like two pathways. So there's one pathway that's basically just spend only, and then there's a second pathway which is grind it out. So like this is the grinded out one here, and then these other ones are all basically the pay mechanics. So if you buy in, this one's doing research, but you probably can't get enough research stuff done the first day here to be able to go too much. But like these ones here, this is all part of the new stuff that's launched with the Arc here. This is the building. So as you level the building, you're getting points here. If you do the research, you're getting points here. And then if you're buying the new technology, you can get points here. And then this is points for upgrading the new technology. So it's kind of a mixture of transactional leveling and straight up grinding. which I like. I like the, you know, the choices. And there's this one is also research. This is a leaderboard. Research and leveling up the building. There's 143 people in my bracket. I kind of wish they'd show you the levels of people. I'm guessing this is all 60 to 70. We're all competing for the same prize. So this is just a leaderboard. So this has top 50 get prizes. I'm in 143rd place on this leaderboard currently. So if I want to get any of the prizes, I got to make sure I'm top 50. And yeah, there's definitely a a screwing with mechanic that can be involved. The amount of stuff that you want to put in can have a huge influence on, you know, like what you can do. Speed that building up. So now I jumped up to 120th place. By just spending that, yeah, so I jumped up 43 spots, 23 spots. So if I'm able to do that again, then I'd be able to probably crack the top 100. It's really interesting because you can kind of see by these leaderboards, you can kind of see like where the people that are paying for stuff kind of break off. So like, I don't know, there's probably a dividing line here around like the 26 mark or so. Maybe this 29 mark. 3250. 32,050 might be the actual dividing line between the pay and the non-pay. So when you kind of see that, you kind of can eye it up and say, okay, there's an opportunity to be top 50 yet if I maximize what I get out of this. Which there's a research aspect that scores as well. It's going to be hard to go too deep here. I didn't see where that point came in, but I probably moved a little bit. Yeah, I'm up to 86 now with that one. I mean, there's still a day and a half, so that can move significantly because there's people that play the game that haven't came in since it really came live. There's a whole night shift that starts at like 11 p.m. Eastern. And then we've got regular events that occur on like a daily and weekly basis too. I've got to go mining. See if I can cheat. Okay, there's a couple open nodes in here. It's not very open that there's nodes that are open, so I'm glad to see that. Get some mining in quick. And then I'm going to go do... I'm going to do this Tech Tuesday event, which that's one of our weekly things that we do. This is doing an event called Q's Trials. And I'm going to swap out a preload of officers. Because kind of as a minimum, try to get the dailies done. Do your mandatory events. Get your battle pass done. Knock out dailies. And then work on the extra stuff. So like we have new missions that dropped today for this new content. Part of that will probably include some of the upgrade materials for the building. So I'm gonna run through those missions tonight and be able to get the building up another level, hopefully, which should help give me an edge in that leaderboard. Ideally. Yeah, then it's repeat for the next day with same idea, but different events. Thank you for updating me the game. I'll be around just lurking, but we'll tune in for more. Gonna game up now, didn't even realize the time. Yeah, and if you are gonna take the sponsorship on this one, feel free to stop in and get some advice, because you can run that to level 20 or 21 or whatever pretty quick. And I appreciate the lurk too, by the way. Ooh, all the trial bells. Okay, it was showing no hull health left on my ship, and I was like, no, that shouldn't be correct. Nice, 2 in a row in this system. Artiller, that's an interesting name. Okay, hopefully this one will finish off the event. Or I already finished it and I wasn't paying attention. Dr. Tahana shards means we're done. All right, pop over here. Knock out freebooters. And I'm going to clear up some mission space because I reset and all of my archived missions unarchived. Oh. All right. Those ones can stay. That should be my 7. Yes. Back to base. Repair up. Go to the holodeck. Claim the mission. Villains, locus of control. That definitely sounds like that's going to be building oriented. I'm going to do an STFC dot space and look for this third-party mission chain and just look at the rewards. So that's got Winadami. Common Transigen. Okay, that does have some locus schematics. It's not a lot, but it might be enough to make a difference. That must be treed off depending on your path that you chose. So it's either like 5 or 15 schematics. We'll do this first one first. Construction of the Recon Locus building is complete, but it will require staff in order to function at full capacity. I'm gonna shrink down. See if we can keep that somewhat visible. Let's try that one out. Luther Sloan, okay. Do not worry, I know a team that might be of use to you. We're not in the right one. We need to be in the correct mission. That was the correct one. I had no idea this was going to be Section 31 based. Alright, no need to fret. My presence is a sign of trust. You'll have to believe that I had reason to intrude, and an urgent one. Discretion is the key to our success, and Section 31 has always relied on the agents as the main source of data for our operations. However, things have changed. With multiple threats like the aggregation arising, we must establish a centralized base of operations. The challenge is finding the location. No place is safe enough for a secret intelligence organization. But you have proved yourself to me, Commander, and your station might just be one of the most secure places in this quadrant. So I suggest a deal. Our recon data in exchange for a plot on your station. This knowledge will undoubtedly benefit us greatly, but such extensive work requires a specialized workspace. Your team must have certain requirements. Perhaps these recon locus blueprints would be of use? A promising prototype that was pushed to the back of a drawer, yet perfectly suitable for our needs. Calculating compatibility. The plans fit perfectly with our current designs. Thank you, Sloan. We will use these blueprints to begin construction. Construction of the Recon Locus building is complete, but it will require staff in order to function at full capacity. Do not worry, I know a team that might be of use to you. However, they might require your help first. My operatives in the aggregation sector have sent a troubling report regarding their last assignment, and I fear that they might have been compromised. The crew was instructed to arrive at Finicus and wait for extraction. Sending another agent would put the whole operation at risk, but you will fit right in, Commander. A reasonable suggestion. How do we identify your team's ships? The crew pilot's an independent trade vessel. What distinguishes them from the others is an automated response to an encoded short-range transmission. I already sent it to your systems. Extract them from the hostile area and ensure that no information from the ship gets leaked. I will wait your return at your station. Section 31 relies on you, Commander. The operative system situation sounds urgent. We should depart immediately. And Finicus, of course. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap to my coroner and do a loot crew. I should have filtered. Take Neelix off for beer. Alright, first stage of the mission. There's a lot of people in here. The Vanden system is quite busy with trading vessels and aggregation patrols. Manually checking every vessel would take too much time. Transmitting the short-range message that Sloan has shared with us. This isn't the Vanden system, this is the Finicus system. Whoops. I also don't... Is that the right way to spell Sloan? I don't even remember. We're being hailed from a nearby cargo vessel. Patching through. Oh. Independent. You must be the customer our friend told us to wait for. I'm sorry, the timing isn't perfect. Move aside. This vessel is under my control, Independent. You better leave now or the vacuum of space will be your tomb. Dulaban. I guess that makes sense with the ships. The aggregation enforcers find any piece of classified information. It could compromise the safety of Section 31's operatives. Luckily, we still have time to fix that. Maya can get pretty aggressive. She used to be pretty chill and laid back, but she's gotten aggressive over the years. Kierden, we have all the materials you requested. Is your crew ready to depart? Yes, we're good to go. Can't wait to see your station, Commander. Just might be the safest place in the quadrant for us. Awaiting transportation. I don't know why, but it looks like that dude's gonna like throw a Pokeball out or something. Seven to beam up. Everyone is accounted for. It is time to report to Sloan. Return to station. How did she spell Sloan that time? Not that one. Yeah, that was just, there was no E at the end. The real value lies in unlocking the secrets of our foes. I don't need a special program to see that our research will give you something valuable in your fight against the aggregation. Go on, check what you can find. Using common aggregation banner to claim a common bundle in the aggregation refinery. You have a knack for this line of work, Commander. You know the ropes now, but there's always room for improvement. I can't wait to see what results we'll achieve together. Good job, Agent Heerden. Seem to enjoy the commander's company, but don't get too comfortable. You still work for me. Assist the commander with setup of the recon locus to ensure the safety of the quadrant from the aggregation, but stay alert. I'll return soon with another assignment. We will be ready, boss. I wouldn't expect anything less than that. Farewell, Commander, until we meet again. So yeah, when we met Bearden, yeah, Sloan was spelt with an E at the end. All right, so we got 30 recon, 30 of the recon locus schematics. We got some of the research materials. And we got some Winadami shards. And that also gave us partial completion for our complete missions. I didn't even think about that. The complete missions might actually have some building stuff there too, possibly. Nope, that's just the choice tokens. All right, let's grab the second mission. Looked like this one was going to be a little bit of a longer one. Commander, am I glad to finally reach you? My crew monitors the transigen mine since the conflict with the House of Hurak has been resolved. It's been quiet at the start, but the peace didn't last long. We're seeing lots of unauthorized activity in the restricted zone. Some Federation and Klingon mining vessels have reported smugglers in the area, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. The warning beacons keep lighting up like a Christmas tree, and more and more vessels carrying transigen are being robbed of their contents. As long as the recipe for enhanced transigen is buried in Itora 5, we don't have much to fear. Yet it's unwise to let rogue ships feel unbridled in a restricted area. Speaking of it, another beacon just activated, this time in Torsten. Not a moment of peace. Commander, I'd send a Starfleet patrol, but that won't prove useful in determining the smuggler's intentions. Luckily, we have you. Find out who is behind this activity and then report if there's anything Starfleet should worry about. And it better not be flying batless. It is unclear how much information about enhanced transigen is spread across the quadrant, but given the evidence of Romulan involvement, we should not exclude the return of this substance. We will investigate the area without delay and report anything out of the ordinary. Charting a course to Torsten. Boy, that doesn't look like Torsten, but swap this over to Cube. We'll keep Loop Crew. I'm gonna peek in here just to make sure. Sinister of Benevolence. That's this mission. Oh, did I hit locate on the wrong one? Okay. That makes so much more sense. I was surprised that the Arc mission would be a 64. And it was like not near transigen space too. This makes so much more sense. No unexpected activity in the area, not even authorized mining vessels. Perhaps the reported smugglers have continued their travels deeper into the transigen mining area. Okay. I guess that means we go deeper. Now we're in transigen mining areas. They wasted no time. Commander, no irregular activity in the area, but we have an incoming distress call in the Fennec system. Smugglers may have attacked one of the Transigen mining vessels. We should stop them before anyone is hurt. I'm gonna advance my building. Because all of my help should be in... Can anyone hear me? This is USS Agadar. Authorized Federation mining vessel calling for help. Please, I repeat, we need help. Oh no, another marauder. Reroute all available power to shields and keep them up. Do not fear, we are here to help on behalf of Starfleet. What happened? Are you in immediate danger? We're safe at least for a little while. Our shields are practically depleted after some smugglers attacked us, and while we managed to drive them away for now, they'll be back, I know it. My security officers logged several requests for additional security patrols in the area, but the marauders just keep popping up, appearing and disappearing as fast as they rob us of our cargo. Independent, our warp drive is damaged, and impulse propulsion would only take us so far. I must get my crew out of here before these smugglers return to drain our shields and empty our cargo bays. What do you need to restore your warp drive? My engineering department sent a request for 6 million titanium. You're our only hope. You're our only hope here, Commander. The requested amount is being transported to your cargo bay as we speak. This should get us up and running in no time. My sincerest gratitude, Independent. You mentioned that those marauder assaults have been happening for a while now. What have they taken? And what do these smugglers look like? They take Transigen, all of it. The Agadar was lucky to stay mostly intact the last time it happened, but not every ship was as fortunate. And as for the crooks behind it, a whole bunch of miscreants. Speaking of the miscreants, they are back. Our warp drive isn't fully repaired yet. We're in deep water here. Do not worry. Focus on fixing the Agadar's warp drive and we will make sure you stay unharmed. Is that even in this system? Not that one. Alright. 535 or higher. Most marauders are retreating, but we still have 3 active vessels regrouping and preparing for another attack. While Captain Rhea correctly described them as a whole bunch of miscreants, I have noted a prevalence of Suliban vessels. Their former collaboration with Hurek suggests a resurgence of the house. Independent, we're mostly ready. We're almost ready. Just a few more minutes. Then the fight is not over. So, more? Captain Rhea is as close to completing the warp drive repairs as he claims. We must ensure the Agadir has a clear path out of the system when the crew is ready. I have identified the most powerful hostile Vestal. There's a high chance that after we neutralize it, the rest will decide to flee. Battle stations. Ah, I did it again. Oh. Perfect timing for that thing to be attacking me. The hostiles are retreating, just as I predicted. We're online and ready to go. Many thanks for your assistance, independent friend. I hope you'll find who's causing this ruckus and the transigen mines are safe to approach. No time to waste. Everyone, prepare to depart for repairs. Again, get us out of here. The Agadir is safe, but the sudden re-emergence of Suliban forces hunting for transigen is a troubling sign. Captain Cedar wanted to know if Starfleet needs to worry about the smugglers. The only way to figure that out is to find the people behind those coordinated attacks. The residual ion trail of the Suliban smugglers is stable enough for us to follow. Perhaps we will find the answers at the end of this path. Ooh, we're going into Romulan territory. Not at all foreshadowed or unexpected. The trail stops here, right on the border of the Klingon Empire. The Suliban have split, with one of them continuing the journey towards Satoria. Klingon forces have an official inflow of transigen already. Why would they need to smuggle more? Unless, of course, the use of the resources should be off the record. A worrying sign. We must investigate further. Oh, so we went to Romulan territory to link over to Klingon territory. Are they trying to throw us off the trail a little bit? The trail ends here, Commander. The Suliban vessel is nowhere to be found, perhaps changing into sub-warp speed. However, its path intersects with a stationary independent ship. In-depth scans of its cargo bay show significant masses of transigen, yet no apparent affiliation with the House of Hurak. What's your problem, stranger? You think my systems can't see you doing all those scans? What, Acacian got your tongue? Just kidding. Name's Cybele. Hey, I bet you followed that Suliban ship, am I right? Affirmative. Oh, those transigen smugglers are getting out of control. I bet you want to know where that stealing scoundrel is headed. That would be most helpful of you. That's what explaining how you obtain transigen without authorization. What makes you so nosy? What are you, a Starfleet agent in disguise? I bet you are. My recruiter was right. One of you would eventually show up sniffing around. Easy pickings. I would highly recommend reassessing your next step. Fuck around and find out. I reckon I could take you in a straight up fight. Let's test it. Maya's getting so sassy. Stop. Yes, you were right. I should have known better. Let me go. Get all the transigen you want. My recruiter will pay you loads for it. Tell us more about your recruiter. Did they task you with getting transigen? Just taking the package from the Suliban ship and passing it further. I met that recruiter while looking for contracts. Took an easy job to score a place in that up-and-coming group, the Aggregation. The Aggregation? There's no information about that group in our database. Where did you plan to meet that recruiter? I have some coordinates, but it didn't even check where they lead. Use them if you want. Just, let's forget we ever met, okay? Acceptable terms. Farewell. Commander, the coordinates Cybele has shared with us lead to Willenia. I advise departing immediately. Ah, that's not the one I wanted. It's kind of interesting for 45 plus content to be fooling around in the G3 spaces. According to the coordinates, our destination is within an asteroid belt, and I only detect one vessel currently present here, attempting to hail them. This isn't the place you would find without coordinates, and I don't remember giving you any. So tell me, Independent, why shouldn't I just shoot you? The Kervalan ship does not look too imposing, Commander, but they are our best chance of figuring out what the aggregation is. We should attempt to join the organization to access more data. I ain't got all day, Independent, and your silence makes me suspicious. The last chance. How did you get these coordinates? We retrieved them from another Independent, Cybele. He initiated a fight, and after overpowering him, we took the transition and the coordinates. Apparently, you are in the market for his mineral. Ah, Cybele. Hired guns come, hired comes go. I'm not buying transition per se, but my boss likes the shiny red crystal a lot, and is always on the lookout for opportunistic independents. Say, would you make an effort and get me a bit closer? These asteroids are perfect for protecting us from unwanted eyes and ears. Join me here and we can discuss some potential new work opportunities. Commander, it could be a trap. If we enter the asteroid belt, we could be confined to the area, and our ship is at a disadvantage compared to the recruiter. But our options are limited. I will take all the necessary precautions to prepare for a fight, but a diplomatic outcome is, of course, most desirable. Noted. I feel like that's a hint. Much better to discuss sensitive stuff on short-distance communication channels and without encoding transmissions. You know that this asteroid belt practically hides us from the world? Found it a week ago. Very interesting. What about the new work opportunities were you talking about? You're the first independent actually asking about the job. I'm more used to running after those freelancers to offer them something. I'm rather new at recruiting people for the aggregation. The job is simple, really. Do what your boss says, and get paid heaps of latinum. But before you start asking questions, I must know that you have what it takes. Was our victory over Cybele count? No proof of that. You could have simply stumbled upon his ship or bought the coordinates. I need to witness your mettle. The aggregation doesn't need pacifists or regular cannon fodder. I have just the task. Another gun for hire, Jaredy slipped away with the latinum meant for his cargo without leaving it to me first. He's been seen at a trade station in Gawain, but he's too slippery to hunt for him alone. So join me, beat the money out of that bag of waste matter, and I'll introduce you to my boss. Should not take long, lead the way. Ah. Can't archive the rest of these. No. The trade station is small, but its full capacity holds up to 900 humanoid life forms. Do you know where Jaredy hides? No idea, but the scoundrel knows I'm after him, so we just need to spook him into stupid mistakes. Will you rig the station, lure him out somehow? I'd go with an arrest warrant, or a headhunter order. This is a creative idea. The trade station has serious security protocols in place, perhaps to ensure the safety of the clients. But I detected some weak points. Their announcement system can be breached. Commander, I will require 1 million dilithium to bypass the security. We have access. Any preference on the message? Make him run for his ship. I want to see him scared for his life. Understood. Opening station-wide intercoms. Jaredy, you are wanted for theft from the aggregation. We have agents within this trade station who are ready to apprehend you unless you return every single stolen bar of latinum. Do not attempt to run. This is your last warning. Kinda mild to my taste, but it might just work. Jaredy will try to leave the station, but as soon as he's out, we'll lose him. Artifact hunters know how to loot a chase. What do you suggest then? We do not have enough time to position mines or create a trap. We shouldn't let him leave the station in the first place. Get your ship to the spaceport as close as possible now. That should have been discussed ahead of time. The exit from the spaceport is blocked. A small scout ship is attempting to leave, but we have it under control. Are you the aggregation agent? Let me through. Latinum, you want it? You can have it all if you let me leave. Oh, Jarity, I'll get it either way. Commander, fire at that thieving coward. We are within the station, Sturga, and any combat action will cause massive damage to... Oh, how very considerate of you. You want to get the job or not, Independent? Then do what I tell you. Battle stations. Kaboom. Jarity's vessel is disabled and we managed to minimize any damage to the station itself. Since the shields are down, we can beam all of his cargo to our ship. I'm going down to his ship, Independent. Step aside. That is the opposite of our suggestion, but correcting our position. Well, Jarity. How does it feel to fool me now? Platinum won't buy you safety from the aggregation. Sturga, please. That was just a silly mistake. But hey, you have your Latinum back. It's all water under the bridge, right? Part of the test. Haha. There's no need for it. You failed, and I am not interested in failures, Worm. Good night. Arg, stop. Phew, well, that was entertaining. I've got my Latinum back, and you have your invitation to the aggregation, Independent. Nice job here, you fit right in. I have some other business to do before I introduce you to my boss, but stay alert. I'll send you the coordinates when the time comes. Oh, and there's a little something for your efforts. See you soon. Commander, it has been some time since we heard from Sturga. While I made every effort to fabricate our background and cause Wyndham's suspicion from the Underworld members, we should be wary. If the aggregation consists of Hurok's forces, the Romulans, they would be cautious about new members, so our background might be checked. However, this new organization is evidently not picky. Sturga shared some information about the aggregation, but we are far from figuring out their motives and goals, and whether the enhanced transigen is threatening the quadrant again. Independent, come in. Call yourself lucky. The job is yours. My boss wants to meet you now at our base. So I'm sending you the coordinates as we speak. Understood, we are on our way. Janu. Part of me wonders if that station was there previously or if that's new. There you are. So, welcome to the aggregation. I believe you have questions. We do. First of all, questions are always the same. You are paid after each mission, and we provide basic resources and repairs. My boss, Dakar, will handle you. He tells you what to do and when to do it. Is Dakar the leader of the aggregation? Ha! That Orion is an assistant to our cell's leader. Manages logistics and recruiters. And does all the dirty work passed from the top. I've never met the boss of the cell, let alone the aggregation. There are rumors that the leader likes opportunists. So if you challenge your current boss and win, you have a mighty future. But that's my path to victory, so don't cross it. Anyway, I see that Dakar is docked at the station. Let's introduce you to him, soldier. Keep up. Dakar, here's our recruit. Where did you pull them out of? They killed my previous option, or at least claim to have done so before showing up unannounced. That is a new one from you, Sturga. Say, newbie, why join the aggregation? We are seeking work. The aggregation is hiring, so we joined. Does not sound believable to me that an independent with a ship like this would be looking for a job. Besides, my sources found practically nothing about you. Awfully suspicious, wouldn't you agree? If you require proof of our allegiance, we are ready to complete any task required. Deal. Starfleet has just completed a new transition storage facility, and we want a small bite. If you are as dedicated as you claim, you will go, fill up your cargo bay to the brim, and bring the loot back. As for you, Stirga, we're to keep an eye on your new friend and distract Starfleet from our involvement. Ensure we are not nourishing a viper in our bosom and that Starfleet eyes are set on the Klingons. There's no need to worry. We will complete this mission and return with your transigen. Oh, I'm sure you will, Independent. But don't you dare embarrass me, you hear? Go on now, you have stuff to do. See, that building should be... Well, you might be able to get this up to 25. We can get it up to 26 tonight, that would be awesome. The transition storage facility is in this system, but as expected, it has plenty of security. Security on the outside often means lack of it inside. I bet if we crack their formations, the transition will be ripe for the taking. As crude as this idea is, you might be correct. We will have to engage with the guard vessels anyway, and if our battles happen close enough to the facility, I can analyze their structure and devise a plan. A little bloodshed is nice for our reputation. So what are you waiting for? Anything holding you back? No, simply calculating the optimal number of hostiles to defeat. Loading torpedoes. We are ready for battle, Commander. Defeating 8 vessels should give us enough time. This is going to be one of those 35 or higher things where these aren't going to count. Yes. I should have guessed that because people were warping out. The first time I've hit Swarm in a very long time. Next time I do one of these, I should bring out the GS-31. Because that'll make this go a little bit quicker. I have the data on the transition storage facility security measures. Since the station is new and more Starfleet battlecruisers are entering the system, Independent, I don't care how it all works, just get us the transigen. We are so close. Agreed. If we defeat the nearest Starfleet interceptor, we can launch the debris into the facility's shields and overload the security systems. We are at the optimal position, Commander. The facility's shields are down. I repeat, the shields are down. Stirga, please assist the commander in gathering transigen. Already on it. Cargo bays are 78% full. We could fit more, but Starfleet vessels are approaching at full impulse speed. We need to escape before they attack. Just 1 second. Done. Let's get out of here, back to D-Car. I haven't visited some of these systems in such a long time. This was a precarious journey, but we have successfully completed it. D-Car, where shall we deposit our loot? Good, dump it into the station's storage. Since Stirga is still alive, I assume everything went smoothly? Not a second of hesitation, this Independent is a loyal one. Did you plant evidence against the Klingons? Damn it, no. But we brought so much transigen. Idiot! I will rip your throat out, Stirga. That is why you will never again work in the field, you useless insect. I will deal with you later. Everyone in position. Commander, a Romulan vessel is approaching the base. They are indeed involved in the aggregation, but something is not right. Welcome back, boss. I'm sorry for the mess. I've been busy showing this recruit the ropes. Hope that this one learns their place. The aggregation has no leniency for the weak or worthless. This is unexpected. Why are you so quiet, recruit? Your leader, Nero, is talking to you. Excuse us, we will make ourselves useful to the aggregation as much as possible. Good. Now, Dakar, head to our research center immediately. The Corps needs the latest research data. Yes, boss. We'll head there right away. Perhaps it would be better if you presented our research. Do you dare to doubt my orders? It's like I thought. Do what I tell you, Dakar. I have my own mission after I replenish our transigen reserves. Sorry, boss, of course. This recruit has just brought some transigen taken from the Federation storage facility. Pleasant update. Keep it up, recruit, and we will bring the Federation down to its knees where it belongs. Now do what you were ordered. Same goes to you, Dakar. Nero's and Dakar's ships are departing. Most peculiar. Nero is responsible for the major inflection point in the timeline of our galaxy. He brought the Narada through a temporal vortex in pursuit of Ambassador Spock, and died avenging Romulus. However, this cannot be the same man. Our scanners detect a massive chronoton flux. This version of Nero does not belong to this time or space. This Nero also mentioned the Corps. It could refer to the real leader of the aggregation. We must figure out who they are, or at least how to contact them. Stirga, where is the research center Nero mentioned? I need to ask Dakar a few questions. Ask him questions? After he promised to annihilate me? What makes you think he won't fry you on the spot? His boss, Nero, seems to favor me, and you have been of great help to us. Dakar would not dare attack us in light of our recent success. Smartass. I think Nero meant the lab in Thama, or at least that's where most things happen. Follow me. I know this sector like the cracks in my skin. Good evening, Retro. How are you doing? Oh, and Ryan, I didn't see you sneak in too. How are you doing tonight? Our ship is up ahead, opening channel. What are you doing here? At ease, Independent. You have done enough for the day. And do me a favor, keep Stirga out of my sight, or I will not restrain myself from getting rid of her. There are some questions that we have, especially after meeting the leader Nero. What do you know about him, and who was the Corps he mentioned? Curiosity killed the Orion slave, Independent. Get out of here now and never talk about the Corps. Only Nero knows about them, and our job is to comply with their requests. Do not make me blast both of you. Leave. I expected as much from this brute. Dakar reveres Nero and hates him. He wants to take this place but fawns over him, expecting an opportunity. He'll never get it, but we can. What do you imply? The real leaders love power. We'll get to the core ourselves by throwing Nero off his tall chair. That will require a lot of firepower, more than both of our starships. Additionally, Nero has hold of Dakar, who controls this cell's operations. We need a small army to say the least. I have some Suliban friends who'd be eager to lend you a phaser. Maybe we'll have to do some convincing and bribing, but it'll be worth it. Follow me, Independent. I keep on clicking on the Q's trials. And that other mission. I didn't expect this long of a mission chain for like one of the actual Arc missions. I looked at it on stfc.space and it was pretty lengthy, but I thought it was like a multipath one maybe. Here, Independent, meet the Zessim's squad. They joined our cell a few months ago. Very good at hunting transigen miners. So what do you need me for? Have a good raid tip? No, we want to take Nero down. Ha. What, you want to feed on whatever scraps Dakar leaves us? Or keep doing all those Romulan shenanigans, trying to undermine the Federation? We have a chance to rule the quadrant. And you want to be the one at the helm. Bah, you two won't survive a second under such pressure. Let us relieve you of it. Somebody teach those pretentious twerps a lesson. It was really long. We have dealt with the Suliban before. Taking one of their ships is an easy task. Red alert. I remember your ship now. You were guarding the transigen miner. What are you, the Federation's attack dog? We had a job to do and we finished it. We'll finish you too if needed. Someone's got a taste for blood. Show them, Independent. We want to cooperate with you, Zessim. Stop the fight and we will talk. Let's first see how you handle this. Not too bad. I've only counted a couple of errors in these dialogues. Okay, that's enough. I was wrong. They told you that from the start. You should have listened, Zessim. We will join you in your seemingly suicidal folly, but not for free. You've messed up my squad and we won't be of much help with our ships down. So give us resources to recover, we grant you guns. How much do you need? 5 million tritanium. For now. We'll start the repairs immediately. So you have my squad. Now what? We must get closer to Nero, find out what he is, where he comes from, and what his weaknesses are. Ain't nobody closer to Nero than Dakar. And if we manage to make him turn on the Romulan, we might actually win. Holy crap, this is only like halfway. The car might be the best option right now. It is not safe to discuss our plans out here, where the cell's presence is high. We should disperse for now and regroup at the next place. Durga, follow us to the commander's station. There we will choose the next steps. That did or did not recall. Oh, I suppose it aired out because of the cutting beam. That's your station? I didn't expect you to be such a big cheese among the independents. No wonder Dakar got all suspicious. Speaking of Dakar, you seem to know him the best. Despite your tense relationship, how can we sway him? Dakar is an Orion, and the brutes like him love the opportunities. He hopes to reach the heights by helping Nero, but the Romulans never share with anyone. We, however, will offer a real piece of cake. I'm still a recruiter independent, so I'll just do my job and lure Dakar here by telling him about a new member. The trick is that we'll be hiring him for our cause. Add a Suluban fleet surrounding his ship, and he'll have no option but to agree to our generous conditions. Can you set up the meeting immediately? Of course, tell our Suluban friends to gather by Erimia. That's where Dakar is going to receive an offer he can't refuse. We are ready. Zessum, what is your status? My fleet is on the outskirts of the system, but we are ready to move in immediately. Wonderful. Dakar is coming, so everyone shush. I shall speak. What is the meaning of this, Sturga? You came to finally get what you deserve for your sloppy work? Where is that new recruit? My new recruit is you. I know you want to see Nero gone more than anyone else. You know him all too well. An alien appearing out of nowhere, getting all the praise. A leader must earn their title. I want to take Nero down. The Independent wants to take him down. Zessum's fleet is here to support us. Are you? This is your cue. Surround Dakar. Join us or perish. We will get to Nero either way. That it? Bunch of misfits trying to scare me? You do not know who you are fighting, so let me teach you some discipline and order. Guards. A fleet of Romulan vessels is just uncloaked. We are in a trap. Is that all you got? He's afraid. Independent. Get the Romulans and I'll show Dakar what he's about to get. Five hostiles of 35 or higher. Of course, the system is depleted. You know, after I just said I should probably grab my GS31 and I don't have it, I feel like I really am shorting myself here. Wait, is this 4 or was that 5? That's 5. The Romulans are retreating. Stop, I need support here. Traitors! Give up, Dakar. There's no point in resisting. Shut your stupid mouth. I will annihilate you. Arg, shields at 12% and dropping. Independent, he's about to launch a torpedo at me. Hold on, we are coming to save you. Full impulse. Shields are down. I'm doomed. 1 to beam up. Sturga's ship is destroyed, but we have managed to rescue her just in time. You are going to regret what we have done here. I will make sure Nero knows. Independent, he's getting away. Catch him or Nero will come after us. Why do I feel like he's gonna get away? I mean, maybe not, but still. Activating tractor beams. We were too late. The cars managed to leave the system before we got a lock on them. Idiot. Could have stopped him instead of saving me. Now I have no ship, the Sulabons are a mess, and Nero will come for our blood. Take my word. Curse that Orion and his mob of backstabbers. Sure, the element of surprise is lost, but it does not mark the end of our fight. We need to lay low for a while, restore energy, and devise a better plan. It will all come together. That's confidence. Alright, aggregation part 3 is the end. Next part is going to be alternate part 1. I think I'm going to call that a stopping point for the night.